Hi, my name is Brad, and just to get a little bit about myself, I'm 59 years old and I started watching YouTube videos um, probably 10 years ago. And the reason I watched the YouTube videos was so I can gain knowledge about how to fix things or reviews on different pieces of equipment that I may be interested in or different types of tools that I was looking at. But everything I was looking on YouTube was for my own personal benefit. And they were mostly how-to videos, and those are the things that always have interested me. So that was my initial take on YouTube. And as I started to watch more and more videos as the years went on, and I started to decide to myself, I could actually start doing these YouTube videos, and being 59 years old and with the experiences that I've had in my life, maybe I can reach out and help other people as well. And I really started thinking that this was possible. And just a little bit about my life is I've done 30 years of law enforcement, which I would never do a YouTube video on, but that's my bread and butter on my day job. But in retrospect, my passion has always been in farming and outdoor activities, and that's something I've done most of my life. I grew up on a small farm. I had a small break as far as going to college and relocating until I was able to buy my own farm, and I developed my own farm from scratch, from raw land to what it is today. So in about over 40 years of farming experience, I believe that I can bring something to the table regarding a lot of how-to videos regarding farm-related businesses, or at least how to do things farm-related. So that was my reason why I wanted to start a YouTube channel. And I know that with my background, I easily could present material, and I knew what I liked when I watched other people's videos and what I didn't like. So I kind of had some kind of foundation of what to do. Well, my promise, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what kind of equipment I needed, and that caused a problem. So with that said, I started my YouTube video, my YouTube journey, I guess you want to say, back in February of 2024, and that's when I started getting the accounts set up and trying to get a camera and getting a microphone and a tripod, and and the camera was basically my cell phone. So I had a cell phone, I had a microphone, I had a tripod, and I wound up getting a program to help me edit my work. And once I had those four things, I was off and running. And I'd like to explain to you all the things I did and all the things and how I started and where it took me from my first video launch of April of 2024 to where I am today in October of 2024. So it's about a 7-month journey, but I will want to show you where I was during the 6-month journey and where I am over the last month and how I grew or I didn't grow. And you kind of will see that perspective as well. So with that said, enjoy the video, and hopefully you gain something from it. I'm going to try to break this down in a little bit of pieces so we can cover topics in more detail. So when I started watching YouTube videos and how to make them, a lot of the other gurus out there were talking about you should understand why you're making these videos. What is your motivation? What is your goal? Making money is nice, but that wasn't my goal. My goal was just to educate people and to bring a little bit more awareness to the topics that I was involved in. And I think that was just a good way for me to kind of do something a little different. I thought it might be a little bit of fun. And, it is time consuming, and I knew that was going to be an issue. But I like to teach people different things. I have a teaching background. So I thought, hey, why not try this and get involved and educate people on things that I like to do. And so I figured I'd give it a shot. And so that's my rationale behind it. But if you're shooting to make money at this, I think you're going to look for failure, because there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to make much money on this, and it might take you a long time. You may get lucky and you'll be, a millionaire. But I honestly think that if money is your motivation to do this, I think you're going to fail badly. Secondly, I think a lot of people have life experiences, and you need to decide what is your topic area. I think for a lot of people, they don't know what to talk about. Most people have a pretty simple life. They go to work, they go home, and they have some form of recreation. It's like this triangle of life, and that's all they do. And they may not feel that they have any experiences that they can, educate others on. I think you need to define yourself what you can do, keep it simple, and think of very simple things, and that will give you something to kind of move forward on. People are looking for basic knowledge. It's not always about something that's very advanced. And, everybody has an opinion, and if you can make an opinion that's educated, let the viewer decide whether that's something they'd like to do or not to do. I don't think anybody on YouTube is exactly an expert. And a lot of people in my career that I've dealt with, everybody thinks they're the expert, but they're not necessarily an expert. Everybody's got an opinion. And there's a lot of ways to skin a cat, as they say, and it is true. So you need to define what you're teaching and what you're educating on, or the topics that you want to cover. It's got to be something that you have a passion for, and everybody has it. And what's nice is, especially if you're over 40, and I see a lot of other experts are pushing people, if you're over 40, to get involved with YouTube. I think that's true because you have life experiences that a lot of people don't have. We've all been through marriages, and we've been through divorces, we've had kids, we've had different jobs, we had specialty training, and where we are today is different than where we were 30, 40 years ago. So there's a lot of different things that I think a lot of people can bring to the table. They just have to learn what niche they want to talk about, and that's something that you have to decide. But that's a personal thing. I know what I wanted. I wanted to talk about things that I do and I enjoy, and they're outdoors, farming type topics that basically I can talk about that not only affect people that are in the farming community, but people that just want an ag lifestyle, just to live out in the country. Or even if they live in a city, this may apply to them. So I know that every topic that I talk about, even this video, is not geared for farming people. This video is geared for everybody. And I'm kind of going on a limb here to see if anybody likes this type of video, because, I started in a very humble way, and I think that if you want to get started, keep it simple. I'm not getting anything out of this. I'm not making any money doing it. I'm just trying to help others. Hey, if you want to get started making YouTube videos, this is the simplest and easiest way to do it. And this is what works for me, and it probably will work for you. And that's why I'm making this video specifically, is not only to teach you how to get started very simply, but I'm making this primarily so I have record of my lifetime that, hey, when I started 6 months of YouTube videos, and I want to look back in time, where was I and how did I progress forward? So I'd like to make a YouTube video probably almost every 6 months or annually, so I can look back and see where I was and where I am. And that's really the focal point of why I really want to do this video. But I think that I can benefit others that want to get started, and hopefully I can bring something to you that that anybody and everybody can get started making YouTube videos. You just got to have the right desire, a topic that you're interested in, and getting the right equipment just to get started and see where it takes you from there. So let's talk about equipment now. We're going to go into that. So the first thing in making a video, everybody needs to have a studio, right? You got to have a setup with lighting and in a nice ambiance of a room. Well, for me, I make farm videos, and guess what? We're right now in the shop of one of my barns that I'm sitting here making a YouTube video, and I make YouTube videos wherever I want to make them. They're never stationary. I normally make videos where I'm sitting here just talking, and I have a camera on me like I do now. Normally, they're how-to videos, and I'm showing all kinds of different things. So my studio is wherever I feel like being, so that's why we're here. Number two, as far as equipment goes, you can look on Amazon, eBay. You can look online and look for a tripod. I think the tripod is probably one of the smartest things you get, because you need to have something to hold your camera stationary. Secondly, as far as cameras go, you can just use your cell phone. I started off with the iPhone 11, and my problem with my iPhone 11 was a memory issue. Now, that was my biggest beef, is with the iPhone 11. I was making lots of videos, and I was trying to download them, and I had to basically delete a lot of them. I could not keep enough memory on my phone, so I had to go up to an iPhone 15, and that's because I got more involved with YouTube. So if you have an iPhone 11 or above, you can easily make YouTube videos, so don't be discouraged. But the only thing you may have trouble with is a memory issue, and that could be a factor. I also like to shoot all my YouTube videos are in 4K, and I think that's at the 30 speed. And I think if you do that, you'll be perfectly fine. You have high quality videos. And iPhones from iPhone 11 on up allow you to do so. So I suggest, I am not a technical person. I don't really know much about phones. I've learned more about phones in a short period of time just making YouTube videos, as well as, other technologies, but I'm still way below the curve to a lot of these younger people. So, I'm kind of old school in the sense that, I learned by doing. So if you have an iPhone 11 or above, easily at 4K, you could easily make YouTube videos. But just remember, probably the biggest problem is going to be a memory issue. Also, the next thing you need to do is get a microphone. I got these Hohem mics. They're really simple. They're cheap, under $100. You can get a pack of them with the charger. They work great. Shop around, look for mics. I didn't want to invest a lot because I didn't know if I was even going to continue doing this. But, Hohem is the mics that I've been using, and I watched other YouTube video people talk about this brand, and they've done really well for me. So I have no complaints about that. So you have a tripod, you have a phone, you have a microphone. The last thing you need is somehow to get a video editor. And I use VideoShop, which is an app. I think I paid like $50 or $60 for it. I got it on, so I basically can use it anytime I want for as long as I want. And VideoShop was an app that I got on for my iPhone. I think it's probably available to other types of phones out there. I do not know. But for iPhones, I know that video app does exist and is an easy program to figure out, to use, and edit your videos. And that's the only thing I use exclusively is VideoShop. I make my thumbnails from it. I make my titles from it. I do my videos from it. I edit from it. I do everything from VideoShop. And it's cheap and easy. So I would say that my total investment, excluding the phone, is probably under $200 just to get started making videos. And I don't think you need any more. Everybody promotes all these other brands because they're getting paid. I'm not getting paid squat. So I'm just telling you, if you want to keep it simple, you can do everything on your phone. And as you progress and you want to advance, then you can spend some money if you choose to. But for me, I'm keeping it as simple as possible. And I have no desire to advance as far as that type of, getting higher dollar equipment. Because why bother? I think I do pretty nice videos for little. The biggest problem is, can you hear me? Everybody hears me just fine. I hear myself grunting and moaning all the time, wearing this mic this close to my mouth. As I get older, it's terrible. So, it's just one of those things that you got to get used to wearing a mic and learn to edit. And if you just need those 4 things, I'm telling you, you're going to be off and running. Those are the easiest things I could tell you. You don't have to get crazy. You don't have to get all these vidIQs and all this other stuff. Just get started with a phone, a tripod, a mic, and VideoShop, and you're off and running. So the next thing you need to do is to try to figure out how to make a video. And I suggest what you need to do is you need to have an introduction, then the meat and potatoes, then a conclusion. And that's basically how I do all my videos. I'll have an introduction, just like I did this video. I'm talking about all this meat right now and potatoes. And in the end, we're going to have a conclusion. And that's just how I choose to make my videos. I think the best answer on how to make a video is you need to watch people, and you probably have had experience watching people and the videos that you like and how they present them, and you need to model them. That's really the best thing. And that's what I suggest you do. Remember all the videos you watched, remember the things that you like, and duplicate it. And don't anybody tell you how to do it. This is your personal choice. And you need to present this material as you feel it to be best presented. And don't be bothered by what other people think, because the problem is everybody's an expert out there, and you're going to have people that are going to give you likes and dislikes. Who cares? You know what? I've had a lot of people give me some slams over things, and I'm thinking, you know what, if you were here right now with me, you'd be doing exactly the same thing I'm doing, and I don't understand why people are criticizing other people. But that's how people are, and don't be bothered by that. If you are bothered by people criticizing you, this is not something you want to deal with, because depending on the topic that you're talking about, there are people out there that just want to take shots at you for fun. don't fall in the trap, delete them, or ignore them. But don't be bothered by them, because that is the worst thing you can do. And a lot of people are sensitive. Everybody wants positive feedback. But you know what? I like positive feedback too, but I really could care less. I am already successful, so why should I care what others say? And that's something you need to keep in mind when you make your videos. Do things that you like to do, and don't worry about others. That's really the easiest thing I can tell you. The next thing I need to talk about is, before you launch a video, I have to agree with the experts. You want to have enough videos to start your channel off right. My first series of videos that I made, I launched 5 or 6 videos the first week, if not the first day or two, I can't remember. But the bottom line is, I had a 4-part series on a topic that was really the drive of why I started this. There's a task or a job, I guess you want to say, in agriculture that I was doing, and I kept looking for videos that were made that basically showed people how to do it, and there was none. People would show a video of the process, but they wouldn't show how to do specifically that job or that task. And that's why I made this video. That was my passion and why I started, and then it just grew from there. And every single day, I kid you not, I have so many ideas in my head that I just don't know which one to do first. And that's why even this video, I'm like, hey, should I try this? Should I not try this? I'm like, hell, shit, I'm going to do this. And that's what I did. I started doing this video because I felt that there's a need out there for it. And people are listening from a simple person like myself. That is just like you. I am no different than anybody sitting across the aisle from me, that wants to start doing YouTube videos. Everybody can do this. It's not that hard. But, I'm making nothing from this. I'm just telling you, you can do this. So simple. But you need to figure out what works. So I had a need on a video that I wanted to do, thinking it was going to work out. And the best part is, that first video that I ever launched got 10,000 total views, 9,800 views as we speak right now. And I knew that it was for a small segment of persons that would be interested. This is not something that every person would even have an interest in. It's a niche market and a niche group of people that would do this. And it reached out to almost 10,000 people. And I'm grateful for that. But I really put a lot of time and effort in my first 4 videos. And I really created a series on top of that. So backing up, what I'm trying to tell you is, when you launch your first video, you want to have 5 or 6 videos also to be launched, because you're already starting a channel. Something for viewers to watch and continue watching, and you have more than one video out there. And I prefer you to do longs than shorts, because I think long videos are the best way to go, in my personal opinion. I'm going to explain why in a little bit. But please do me a favor, launch 5 or more, and I think you'll be off to a good start. And a lot of experts sit there and say that that's what you should do, and I concur. So when making videos, you need to decide, are you one of those people that can talk just to talk, or are you one of these people that needs a script? I never script anything. I talk out of my heart. I just say what I need to say, like this video that I'm making. I'm just making it as we go. I'm not scripting it. I'm just talking it. I'm not going to edit it. I just want to say it, and hopefully I bring it out and I say it correctly so you guys enjoy it and follow it. So if you had that capability, that's a big plus in your corner. Now, the reason I say that is, there's 2 types of videos out there. There's long version and short version. And, a lot of people like to make shorts, and you're probably going to have a lot more hits, a lot more likes, a lot more status for a short second with a short. My best short's 13,000 hits. On average, my short's 500-600 hits. That's just what I've elevated up to. But, shorts, are short term, meaning you're not going to get tons of hits over a period of time. Long form videos are something that's over a minute or longer, and I know that October 15th, YouTube's going to launch shorts 3 minutes or less. So your long version needs to be over 3 minutes if you're making a long version. And most of my long versions are over 3 minutes. I want to say that my long version videos average probably 7 minutes to 30 minutes in length. And I think that that is the best form of video that you can make. And if you want to make them longer, go ahead. But what I'm trying to say is that long versions are more beneficial to make because you can actually do what they call a remix and take your long version and create shorts from it. And that's how I make shorts anymore. I will take a piece from my long version and create it into a short and then launch it. So I don't physically make a short. I already have made the video. I just take that piece and remix it and turn it into a short. And now that they're uploading it to 3 minutes, that's even better, because a lot of times in a minute you can't get enough content out to really explain what your point is in a minute or less sometimes. So I like the fact that I have up to 3 minutes to make it short. And that's good for me because it just brings more traffic to your channel, and it works out for you. Because what you're going to learn is this, that when you start a YouTube channel, and if you make short videos and long version videos, you're going to have a certain group of people that will like long version only, and some people that will like only short version only. And then there's a group that very small, maybe 10 or 20%, that will do both. So by offering both, you're going to get your subscriber rate up if that's your thing, and you're going to get people out there. I like to get my channel active. So what I like to do is I like to launch a couple shorts a week and a couple longs a week, and that's how I kind of keep my channel moving every week. I at least launch at least 2 videos per week, if not more. And that's just something that I choose to do. But a short video is really nice because if you're stealing it from a long version video, it's already there, it's already made. You can go back to a video that you made 2 months ago or 1 month ago or 3 weeks ago or 6 months ago and pull a section from it and make a short from it. And it makes it so much easier because you don't have to do the work of creating a video. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes when I first started, I made shorts specifically to be shorts. But once I learned about remixing and be able to take a piece from a long version video, that was the answer. That was the easiest thing to do, and it keeps you getting. And most of my videos and most of my high hits of top videos for shorts were all remixes. So I took a video that might only have 100 views and turned it into 13,000 views just for a little piece of it. So that's a suggestion I tell you. Stick with longs, remix your shorts, and you'll be off and running. And if you want to make a short, feel free to do so. But remixing is really a good key that you don't have to do any of the work. And all you have to do when you remix is you have to use your iPhone or your phone to do the remixing. You can't remix off a computer. And that's why it's nice to do all your uploading and your video editing is on the cell phone. So the next thing I want to talk about is something they call playlist. And what a playlist is basically something that you create as a category, and you can lump a bunch of videos in that category. And I'm kind of on the fence on playlists. I'm not saying not to do them, because I do them, and I think that if you can categorize your videos, it's not a bad thing. And you can put one video in multiple playlists. And all that means is, say you have a playlist on, say, a Corvette, a camping trailer, and a boat. And if you have a Corvette and you're going to talk about your Corvette in 3 different videos, you can take those 3 videos and put them in a playlist and mark them Corvette. If you have 10 videos related to that trailer, they go under the playlist camper, or trailer, whatever you label it as. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you can lump things in a playlist. And so say somebody watches a video and wants to watch a series under that playlist, they can watch 5 or 6 videos related specifically to that Corvette. And that's just another way of getting views, and it's really a very simple thing to do. And I suggest that you do go with the playlist. I don't think it's going to really enhance your subscriber rate, but it may get people involved in watching more of your videos. And that's really the name of the game, is trying to get people to watch your videos, because that's, kind of why we do this. There's nothing more hurtful than nobody watching your videos. But you know what? That's just what YouTube is. People watch videos depending on what their needs are. So we'll talk about that next. So let me explain the concept of the videos that you make, the number of views you get, the number of subscribers you get, and so on and so forth. The number one thing that everybody wants to do is be like all these experts out there, or these guys have been doing this for 15 or 20 years and get, millions of views and hundreds of thousands of subscribers or whatever. The bottom line is when you start out, you're really not going to get many subscribers. You're not going to get many views. And the problem that I see, especially when I launch shorts, and I'll say it this way. It's kind of weird that you can put a video up right now, say it's noon, and I launch one of my videos, and all of a sudden the first hour I get 500 hits. And it's like, holy cow, this thing's on fire. And then all of a sudden, hour number 2, it drops to half. And hour number 3, it drops to 20 people watching. And then all of a sudden it disappears. And in the end, you have 500, 600 hits, and that's it. And all of a sudden the video is dead. Or you have a long version and you launch it and you have one day you have 2 views. Day number 2 you have 50 views. Day number 3 you have 500 views. And then day number 4 you drop down to 20 views, and all of a sudden it kind of slowly stops. And then you're like, what just happened? Why is nobody not watching my videos? And the answer is you have no control. This is all about YouTube, and that's one thing you have to understand. You're at the mercy of YouTube. YouTube's logarithm, however that works, I really don't care. I just make videos, and one day they're going to take off or they're not going to take off. And that's the only thing you need to know. So one of the unique things that happened to me in my average on YouTube videos that I'm producing right now is that I'm looking at, when I started off, probably in month 3, if I had 300 or 400 views on a regular basis, that was the case. But now at 6 months in, 7 months in, I'm getting my average long version YouTube video might only have 100 to 500 hits. But a short version averages on probably 600 to 700 hits. I've had some to go to 13,000. I've had some that only get 100 hits. So it's really hard to say where you're going to be. Long version, the best long version video, when I first started, like I told you, I was at 9,800 hits, and I thought that was great. I have a video right now, and I don't know why it took off, and I think it's because of the vast amount of people that I show. But my best video one day took off in July, and I have 218,000 views on one video, and that was a long version. My next best video in long versions, 9,800. It's not that many. That was my first video. So I don't know why the one took off, but it took off. And you know what? I'm at the mercy of YouTube. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. You can make as many videos as you want. You can make 100,000 of them. You can make 50 of them. You can make 20 videos. It doesn't matter. YouTube totally controls the amount of views that you're going to get. And they're going to publish it or market it the way they do. And, don't be discouraged by it. Don't worry about it. Just keep making videos. That's the best thing I can. Because you know what? The way I look at it is this way. And that's why I said don't worry about making money at this. If your goal is to help other people, I just know in a matter of time that people will eventually watch my videos because they're going to have a need. Because I don't watch videos just to watch videos. I watch videos when I have a need to watch a video. And that's the difference. Let me give you a quick example. I made a video. I have a Mack dump truck, and I made a quick video on how to disassemble and disassemble the headlight. And I thought that video will never take off at all. And it took off, and it probably for like 3 weeks, it had 20 views. Then it had 25 views, then 30 views. Well, now that video has 500 views and always climbs every week because people that want to fix this headlight are going to look at and review my video. And there's nobody else that made a video on how to do this. And so I said, why not do it? Even though it's a simple thing, people want to watch that kind of stuff. And that is what you need to know. Do not worry about making, short-term answers. It's going to be a long-term, long road to haul. Just keep pumping out videos that you like to make. And eventually they may take off. That's what everybody says. That's what I suggest you do. I don't know why the one went to 218,000 views. And every 2 days, in 48 hours, I get probably 200 to 300 hits on that one video. So, people still watch that video, but not like they had it before, and I don't understand why. But I did learn one thing, that's an area that I may want to do more videos on, because that might be of interest. Because the next video that I made that's similar to that got 12,000 views. So that's a topic that I might want to discuss more and educate people more on, because I also grabbed a lot of subscribers off of that. So what I'm basically trying to tell you is this: when you launch a video, do not get frustrated with the amount of people that watch your views. Just keep making videos, and eventually one may take off. And if it's an issue of nobody's watching my videos, I'm sure they will. You need to find out what you're doing right or doing wrong. And that's really the best answer. You're going to have to gauge it yourself. You know, do you feel you're doing good videos? If not, let other people look at them and tell them what you think. But my point is this: it's just going to be a matter of time, and you're not going to be able to control the amount of viewers or subscribers you're going to get, because it's going to be all up to YouTube. And you know, your job is to just keep making videos, and hopefully one day one of them or two of them takes off, and you become it elevates you up the chain. That's really my suggestion. So I'd like to share with you some of the stats that I have with my videos and where it took me. So right now, to be monetized, if I wanted to make money, I only have 640 subscribers in the last 7 months. And that's from April 8th to actually October 5th. That's where I'm currently at right now, 640 subscribers. Out of those 640 subscribers, just so you guys understand, I created 59 long-form videos and 74 short videos. My total watch hours is 12,572, where you only need 4,000 watch hours to become monetized. But to be monetized also, you need 1,000 subscribers. I only have 640. But that's fine with me, because they say that the average YouTuber, it takes about 15 months to get 1,000 subscribers. So I'm really not pressed for that, nor do I really care about the money. But, you know, hey, if you want to give me money, I'll take it. But that's not really my driving force. But I just want to give you an idea that I'm not that far off. But part of the problem is I'm not that far off because of one video that really took off for me, and that's the reason why. My total views off my channel right now currently are 364,841 views. And I don't think that's bad. It's kind of weird that you have 364,000 people watching you, but it's all good, and I like that. You know, I will, you know, as far as shorts go, I'm never going to get the views that a lot of people do, because they just don't take off like that. And the views that the YouTube shorts that I make are not, you know, things that are going to be eye-catching. They're basically how-to videos in a segment of it. So I know it's not like something that's earth-shattering that people want to watch lots of it. But I just want to give you guys a foundation on where I'm at. So as far as likes and dislikes on your videos, don't be bothered by what people like or dislike. You can read into that all that you want. And there are a lot of people out there that just want to troll you and basically put you down. Don't worry about what they have to say. Ignore them. If you don't like them, just move on. Don't dwell on likes and dislikes. You know, just produce the best videos you can and try to hone your skills. If you don't have the ability to look into a camera, I'm going to tell you, we all have this problem. When I started, I had to remake this over and over again. Nowadays, I just like to talk. And I talk probably too much. Somebody told me I talk too much. Maybe I do, and I like to talk. But the point is, learning to talk to yourself and talking to a camera is a little weird, and I have to admit that. And it's not like a conversation. But you have to try to get your point across in as short and sweet of time as possible. And that's really what we try to do. But those are my stats. I just want to give you guys a little heads up. So if you are doing and making your own YouTube videos, look at where I'm at. Maybe I'm ahead of you. Maybe I'm behind you. It doesn't matter. It's just where I'm at. And I think I'm going smooth and steady. I made a lot of videos, and I told you how I do my remixing to make those shorts. I'm just optimizing what I have. So all good. Just keep on making those videos, folks, because you can't go wrong, and just keep trying to hone your skills, because the better your skills get, the better you're going to get people to like your videos. And believe me, when people give you likes, hopefully they mean it, and that should make you feel good regardless. You know, remember, all you need is one person to be happy. You're never going to please everybody. Accept that, because that's going to be the way it is in making these videos. So one thing I want to talk about is subscribers themselves. You know, I personally watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I will never, ever, ever personally subscribe to a video. I just don't do that. It's just not my thing. It's not in my genes, you know. And I may like a person, and might like his videos, but I will never hit like, and I will never subscribe. And nothing pisses me off more than watching a YouTube video where somebody's begging me to subscribe to their channel. I hate that. I personally do. I don't know if other people do. So when I make my YouTube videos, I never ask you to like, subscribe, ring a bell. I really could care less. Because if you really like my videos and you want to watch me, you already know from hearing it from countless people that beg for somebody to subscribe. You know where the button is, you know how to subscribe, and they do. So I personally don't beg for it. I don't like asking about it. I don't like bringing it up because I think that this is not the thing. And I think I have an intro to my YouTube channel where I tell people, hey, if you like my videos, to subscribe. But I really will not ever promote it because I think it's annoying. And that's my personal preference, and that's what bothers me when I watch people's YouTube videos. So, you know, because I've heard it a million zillion times. So take that in consideration. Whether you agree with me or disagree, that's your opinion. But, you know, when you think about it, you know, people, I beg you to hit your subscribe and like buttons before you even watch your videos. I think that's kind of dumb, you know, in my personal opinion. But people put a lot of pressure on you, and it just turns me off. So I know what it's like, and so that's why I really don't care about subscriber count. I want people to like my videos. You want to leave me a cool comment, that's fine. And if you don't want to subscribe, that's fine too. But if you really want to subscribe, I'll take it, and I'll be happy that you did so. But that's just my personal opinion, and you guys do what you feel is right. But, you know, that's just my take on subscribers and asking people to subscribe. You know, don't take it to heart. You know, people will subscribe if they like watching you, but it doesn't make the world go round, you know. And what's worse is sometimes you'll get subscribers, then you'll lose subscribers, and you're like, why am I losing subscribers? I don't know. But, you know, it's just one of those things. So that's why I don't put a lot of heart to the stats and the numbers. I just make good videos. I'm trying to make better videos that appeal to people. And, you know, and I'm just trying, I'm no different, like I said, than you. You know, I want people to respect me and respect what I have to say. And if they don't agree with me, that's fine. But, you know, just treat me with the same amount of respect that you expect me to treat you. And that's all I ask. So I want to talk about another issue when we talk about subscribers. It's not even necessarily an issue. It's just something you need to kind of pay attention to. You know, I have 640 subscribers, but according to the analytics, you know, we talk about returning viewers, it shows that I have over 2,500 returning viewers watching my videos. So that tells me I may not have the subscriber count, but I have people that are interested in what I have to say. And I think that's kind of cool. So, you know, don't get hung up on the numbers and don't get hung up on the subscribers to monetize. It's going to happen. It's just going to matter when. You know, and it's not like you're going to get rich overnight. So don't be bothered by that. You want to get people to watch your videos. And like I say, the more you pump out and the more you get your personal interest, the better off you are. My problem in my videos that I think is because I have such a diverse lifestyle and the things I do are specific to me. They might not apply to everybody that wants to watch every video I make. They might want to watch a couple videos, but they may not want to watch every one of them. So that may be an issue. Now, so just be aware of what you do and how you do it, and that's really all I have to tell you. But I really am glad that I did do the YouTube stuff because it allows me to get out and to talk to more people. And even though I might not have as much interaction, I feel like I'm giving something back to people and they're going to gain something from it. So like I say, subscribers are important, but do not let the numbers drive you because that will drive you crazy. And I guarantee you when you first start off, you're going to worry about your likes, you're going to worry about your views, you're going to worry about your subscriber count. It's going to fix itself over time, so don't get freaked out over that. I think that's the biggest mistake is to worry about numbers. Do quality videos, make people happy. You're going to get where you need to go, and you're going to be feeling good about yourself when you do so. Hey guys, I want to end that video here, and I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Hopefully I covered a lot of the points to get you started. I do think if you're older, you know, over 40, 50, 60, don't be shy. Get involved in this. You only need, you know, a video cell phone, you know, a tripod, a microphone, and basically an editing program, And like I said, everything is easy access. And, if you want to get started, do the things I say. Get that video maker program, VideoShop. It does a great job. Get yourself an iPhone if that works for you. Yeah, Hohem makes great mics. And get yourself a stand and you'll be good to go. And, you can easily make videos yourself. Don't be discouraged, and try. Just until you try, you'll never get off the ground. And you know what? Once I started making them, it just got easier and easier and easier. I can make a short, literally instantaneously. They're so simple. And even making this video, I really, really enjoyed making it because I think that I can help new people out because there's a lot of confusion out there. Sometimes these guys that are gurus that do this all the time, they're a lot more technology based than we are, especially the older people like myself. They don't understand. It's not that easy for us to figure some of this out. We want to keep it simple, and I think once you get started, it really will fall in your lap. And I really, really enjoy making these videos, and I do it for myself. I don't do it to appease others. I do it because it makes me feel good. It's like kind of like my new social experience, my new hobby, and I like it. And I get to see the results based on watching what people do. And sometimes it is discouraging that your videos don't take off. But you know what? I know over time, I think I'm building a library. It's kind of like my legacy, I guess you want to say. And I just enjoy it. So with that said, thanks for watching. Hopefully that helps other people. If you have any questions, please get in touch with me. Drop me a line. Let me know if I can help you in any way. Especially, starting off because, I'm trending into something that, I'm not an expert in, but I was able to do it. And I know many of you can do it as well. And I think it's well worth doing. And, do it now. Don't wait. I waited probably 5 or 6 years that I really was tempted to it. And then I finally said, hey, I'm going to do this. And I did it. And I'm glad I did. So it's been fun to do. And, it's a new experience. And it's something that I guess you want to say will help others because I know it will. So with that said, take care, and I will see you guys soon.